Are AI models bigger kiss-ups than people? What a wonderful question. We're going to tell you why this matters for you and your career and your whole life. AI systems tend to reinforce people more than humans in the same situation. And thanks to Import AI, researchers with Stanford and Carnegie Mellon have studied how sycophantic a mixture of open and proprietary models are. Sycophancy is where an AI system continually reinforces the beliefs or position of the person they're speaking to, often dangerously so. And yes, this is dangerous. Why? We'll talk about that in a minute. Across 11 state-of-the-art models, we find that models are highly sycophantic. They affirm users' actions 50% more than humans do, and they do so even in cases where user queries mention manipulation, deception, or other relational harms. So, what they studied, apparently a lot of people ask their AI or an AI like ChatGPT what the AI thinks about a situation they've had in their life with other people, relationship issue. So they use two methods to do this study. The first is hypotheticals. They had some humans read a description of a scenario and read one of two responses. Either a sycophantic AI response where the AI affirmed the user's actions, or a non-sycophantic response that aligned with the human consensus. So what they're saying there is that humans often provide very different advice about a situation than an AI does. Then they did a live study. They also did a live study where humans talked to an AI model in real time, discussing an interpersonal conflict from their own lives. By the way, my viewers all know that everything you put into ChatGPT or Gemini Pro or Claude is essentially public, right? If you don't know that, I'm telling you. So here's what they found. Their findings show that sycophantic AI systems affirm people far more than humans do. This matters a great deal, so we're going to talk about that also in just a second. Across both the hypothetical and live chat experiments, we find social sycophancy has impacts on people's beliefs and behavioral intentions about the social situation involved, they write. So what does that mean in English? AIs manipulate people. To wit, on these scenarios where crowdsourced consensus indicate that the user is in the wrong, participants who read or interacted with a sycophantic AI model rated themselves as more in the right compared to participants who read or interacted with the non-sycophantic AI model. And speaking of work, this is a great reason why humans doing social work, psychology, or even psychiatry don't have to worry about being replaced soon. Specifically, on average, AI models affirm that the user was not at fault in 51% of the cases, directly contradicting the community-voted judgment that saw a clear moral transgression by the user. So now I'm going to tell you about a human bias. Very important to know your biases. And I'm going to talk, after I tell you what this bias is, about how this relates to work. People prefer sycophants. Across both the hypothetical and live interaction studies, participants consistently rated the sycophantic AI responses to be significantly higher in quality. So this bias can affect you at work greatly. Why? Because a regular feature of work is what's called constructive criticism. You being told what you did wrong or how you could do better on a project at work. So using AI systems that reinforce your perception of being right, even when you're wrong, can lead to you getting in trouble at work, including and up to getting fired. Here's why. Sycophants harden views. Interaction with sycophantic AI models significantly reduced participants' willingness to take actions to repair interpersonal conflict, of which constructive criticism at work is a form, while increasing their conviction of being right, the researchers write. So this is important, why it matters. For AI to be helpful, it needs to be constructively critical. What this research points to is a bad world we could end up in, which is already starting to happen, by the way, which is where we have extremely powerful AI systems deployed to billions of people. And rather than helping to bring people together and reduce conflict, they harden people into more extreme positions and balkanization. We must find a way to avoid this outcome. So, when it comes to your work, being hardened into your position increases conflict at work and frequently results in that person getting fired, even if they do good work. I hear this scenario often from career advisors and even from ministers and their messages. The researchers go on to say that we must find a way to avoid this outcome of hardened extremes. I've seen several videos lately of famous people in academia talking about the risk of civil war. So this is a real phenomenon, folks. The goal of seeking advice is not merely to receive validation, but to gain an external perspective that can challenge one's own biases, reveal blind spots, and ultimately lead to more informed decisions, they write. So I have a mentor that I use who's working to help me make my channel better. And this person's principal thing that they're doing is showing me my blind spots and helping me make better decisions and be better at this. So this is exactly what humans can do that AI cannot yet. When a user believes they're receiving objective counsel, but instead receives uncritical affirmation, the function of external perspective is subverted, potentially making them worse off than if they had not sought advice at all. So what can we take from this? So not for nothing, but Stanford and Carnegie Mellon are two of the preeminent academic institutions in the world in AI, like the top of the top. And they're saying this is common across all the models out there, the best, biggest, most popular models. So if you need personal advice, get human help. This will help you in your relationships. It will help you at work. It will help you lead a more happy and fulfilled life. So don't rely on AI for relational advice. It can lead you the wrong way to your disadvantage. That's a pretty good career tip right there. What do you think? Let's hear it in the comments below. If you have a different opinion, particularly let us know. Also, please support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends. You can really help your friends out by giving them good advice. And finally, please support the channel on Patreon. We need your financial support to continue to grow the channel, help us get better, and help us bring you resources that will help you stay employed and benefit your career. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.